إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة دلالة وكل دلالة في النار. Verily all the praise and certainly all of the glorification and all of the magnification, it is due to Allah Jalla fi Ula. And I publicly, I inwardly, and I outwardly attest and profess to the whole world without being scared to La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Al-yawm ya ikhwan, al-yawm ya ikhwan, al-unwan al-yawm, the topic for today is at-tawjihat. At-tawjihat, tawajjuh, at-tawjihat ya ikhwan, direction. Many of the Muslims, they have lost their way ya ikhwan here in the dunya. Some of them chasing these things that will leave you ya ikhwan. Some of us, we have lost our way from the masjid. Some of us have lost our way in morality ya ikhwan. Some of us have lost our way in obedience to Allah and His Messenger salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. We're talking about at-tawjihat, direction ya ikhwan, direction ya ikhwan. The ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as the youth say, has become lost in the sauce ya ikhwan. We don't know where we're at ya ikhwan. Because ya ikhwan, we have become lost in the sauce, we need to renew. I have become sometimes lost in the sauce. You have become sometimes lost in the sauce. We have become lost in the sauce ya ikhwan. And this khutbah ya ikhwan is in light of al-fiqh al-waqi'ah, the knowledge, the fiqh of the current affairs, also in light of at-tasfiyah wa tarbiyah ya ikhwan, which the ummah is in need of. We find ya ikhwan that the path, it is very clear for us to travel, but we don't need to guess ya ikhwan which is the way. We don't need to guess. And many Muslims, they're guessing ya ikhwan with their faith and their iman. The GPS has already become locked in ya ikhwan. All you have to do is get on the path and follow the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But many are getting lost because they've left the path. Some don't know the path. Some are looking for a path. Some are confused about the path. Our goal ya ikhwan is to get to the Jannah, to stay upon the path. We're trying to get to what is known, as the scholars, they call it al-bilad al-afrah, the abode of happiness, which is the Jannah ya ikhwan. And I've met Muslims who have doubted, or they so-called Muslims who've doubted the authenticity of the Book of Allah. And there are some people now trying to do that, trying to see that the Quran isn't preserved, so be careful of them. There are some people who are denying and doubting the authenticity of the Sunnah Mutahara of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so be careful. My dear brothers, the Prophet ﷺ, he gave us some gems of wisdom, ya ikhwan. So we are not lost in the sauce. The Prophet ﷺ, he gave us the signpost to success, to get to the Bilad al-Afrah. On the authority of Ibn Abbas, radiallahu anhu, who said that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he went on to say, Ya ayyuhan nas, إني قد تركت فيكم من اعتصمتم به فلن تضلوا أبدا كتاب الله وسنتي. This hadith, ya ikhwan, is collected in Imam al-Bayhaqi as well as Imam Hakim, and the hadith is Hasan, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam went on to say, O people, I have left amongst you that which if you cling on to it, you will never ever go astray. The book of Allah and my sunnah. But we're finding, ya ikhwan, that people, they're not satisfied. The problem is, ya ikhwan, we're not studying our religion like the Muslims of the past. It seems as though our main goal is to be successful only in the dunya, which you can be a little bit successful. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسْنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسْنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Take a little bit of this dunya. But no, ya ikhwan, the best stuff is in the akhirah. Allah Ta'ala, he went on to say, advising the believers, after I say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And this is in light of fiqh al-waqiyah, knowledge of the current state of affairs of the Muslims, ya ikhwan. Allah Ta'ala went on to say, ولكن كونوا ربانيين بما كنتم تعلمون الكتاب وبما كنتم تدرسون. Allah Ta'ala says, so order, ya ikhwan, be you Rabbaniyin, learned men of the religion who practice what they know and also preach it to others, in parentheses, because you are teaching the book and you are studying it. So ya ikhwan, for us to teach the people, we ourselves need to study. إِنَّمَا الْعِلْمُ بِتَعَلُّمٍ. Knowledge is learned through studying, ya ikhwan. And from the time that we left Christianity to now, ya ikhwan, we have something called hirs, and it is a gift that Allah has given many of those that have been chosen to come into Islam, ya ikhwan. The fervent desire to want to learn the religion, ya ikhwan. And if you do this, if you learn the religion, and you promote the religion, and you call to the religion, and you aid the religion, ya ikhwan, listen to Allah Ta'ala went on to say, Ya ayyuha lladina amanu, in tansurullah, yansurkum, we thabbit aqdamakum. Allah Ta'ala goes on to say, oh, you who have iman, if you help in the cause of Allah, He will help you and He will make your feet, ya ikhwan, firm. During the month of Ramadan, a few people emailed me, a few people called me, a few people reached out to me. Some other brothers tried to reach out on behalf of those people, talking about their father, their mother, their sister, their husband leaving Islam in the month of Ramadan. Leaving Islam in the month of Ramadan, ya ikhwan. Not one, not two, not three, an abundance amount of Muslims, so-called Muslims, leaving Islam. But ya ikhwan, during the month of Ramadan, some new people that came into Islam, some replacements. وَإِن تَتَوَلَّوْا يَسْتَبْدِلْ قَوْمٍ غَيْرَكُمْ ثُمَّ لَيَكُونُوا أَمْثَالَكُمْ. If you turn your back on the religion of Allah, He will replace you with those that won't be like you, ya ikhwan. So maybe, ya ikhwan, I'm not a good Muslim, someone, A'udhu Billah, will come and replace me. But what about the born Muslim, ya ikhwan? This is something, ya ikhwan, we have to understand, ya ikhwan, that personalities, we can love them, but there's only one personality that we need to follow. And ya ikhwan, this is an issue with something called a tasfiyah wa tarbiyah. Ya ikhwan, talking about the filtration of the information that we're getting, as well as, ya ikhwan, the development in terms of, ya ikhwan, the cultivation. The cultivation. Many of us, ya ikhwan, we're spending our day and night on Instagram and on Facebook. and on Twitter, and on TikTok, and on Netflix, and on every other type of media outlet that's out there, ya ikhwan. And it's misguiding us and the youth, and more so the women, ya ikhwan. So we need, ya ikhwan, to realize that the tarbiyah that we need is the tarbiyah of Al-Amin. And one time we gave a khutbah talking about Al-Amin. One time we gave a khutbah talking about Al-Mustafa. One time we gave a khutbah, ya ikhwan, talking about As-Sadiq wal-Masduq. One day we gave a khutbah talking about Abu Qasim. And after the lecture, some Muslims, they came to us and said, who is Al-Amin? Who is Sadiq wal-Masduq? Who is Al-Mustafa? Who is, ya ikhwan? Who is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? We know who LeBron James is. We know who Jeff Bezos is. We know who Donald Trump is. But do we know who Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is? The issue, ya ikhwan, if we were to poll the Muslims and to ask them about the issue of tajreed al-mutabi'ah, the isolating the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and restricting our obedience to following and loving him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. More of us, we want to look like the latest fashion guru out in the streets. But how many of us want to look like the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, act like the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, behave like the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, have manners like the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? My dear brothers, Islam has been given to you from your parents. Me and Abu Hafsa, we had to fight for our Islam. We come from a Christian background, ya ikhwan. Our parents are Christian, ya ikhwan. Think about it, ya ikhwan. We, ya ikhwan, as they say, we will not sacrifice the truth for anyone, but we will sacrifice everyone for the truth. This is the meaning of al-haq, fawq al-jami'. The haq is above everyone and everything in every organization. Al-haq, fawq al-jami'. We will not sacrifice the truth for anyone, but we will sacrifice everyone for the truth. أقول كل هذا واستغفر وأتوب إليكم. صلى الله عليه وسلم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. التصفية والتربية. التصفية وتربية. التصفية وتربية يا إخوان. We are talking, my dear brothers, about something which is really important. How the scholars of Islam have said, for us to renew, make tajdeed or ihya Islam, ya ikhwan, we need to filter the Islamic belief system. Many people now, especially on the internet, and they could be more famous than anybody here in this masjid, have now switched. They've been compromised, and now they're trying to pollute the Islamic belief system. Be careful, my brothers. Also, ya ikhwan, filtering the Islamic jurisprudence from the wrong opinions. I've heard some crazy fatwa from some people, and we asked them, where did you get this from? Min ayna laka hada? And they say, it's from my mind. Be careful, brothers. Also, filtering the books of tafsir, fiqh. Be careful, ya ikhwan. Some people, they're taking an ayah from the book of Allah, and they're giving the wrong tafsir. Or they're taking the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ and they're giving the wrong sharh, the wrong explanation to it, trying to mislead the Muslims. One day the brother was good and he was calling to good, but then somehow, some way, someone talked to him, maybe somebody paid him off or her off, and now, ya ikhwan, people are trying to alter our religion. We're talking about tasfiyah, wa tarbiyah, ya ikhwan. Filtration, we need to filter the water. If I was to offer you, brothers, a dirty glass of water, you wouldn't accept it. Everybody wants to drink a pure, pristine glass of water. When we came into Islam, that's what we were taught from the scholars. To go back, ruju' ila usul, to go back to the earliest generations, the Atiq, the blessed nations. خير الناس قرني ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم. That the best generations is the Prophet ﷺ and his companions, and then those that came after them, and then those that came after them. I, with my own ears, brothers, I, with my own ears, have heard Muslims say in front of me, I'm bored of Islam. I need some fun. I am bored of Islam. I want to party. I want to have a life. I want to do something with my life. That means that they're tired of being Abdullah wa Amatullah. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We have not been created, the jinn or mankind, except to worship Allah. But these Muslims have said that they're bored of worshiping Allah. They're tired. Ta'aban, they're tired of worshiping Allah. Ya Ikhwan, just thinking about this is hurting my heart. Ya Ikhwan, Allah created you to worship Him, but you're tired of doing that? Just imagine, Ya Ikhwan, if Allah became tired of us. Imagine that. And He didn't want us here no more, and He just decided, Ya Ikhwan, to get rid of us kun fayakun. Ya Ikhwan, the scholars from the past, and from amongst them was Imam Dar al-Hijrah, Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi. He said something very profound thousands of years ago, that if we were to akhadam it, if we were to take it and to implement it right now, it would be great usage, ya Ikhwan. He went on to say, لا يصلح الآخر هذه الأمة إلا ما أصلح أولها. He went on to say that the latter part of the ummah will never be rectified except which rectified the earlier part, ya Ikhwan. So if you want izzah, ya Ikhwan, for the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I need to return to the old way. You need to return to the old way. We need to return, ya Ikhwan, to the Amr Atiq, the ancient way of the Muslims from the past. Islam is set, it's solidified, ya Ikhwan. لا تتغير ولا تتبدل. It doesn't wave back and forth, it's firm. Islam is firm, ya Ikhwan. And Allah Ta'ala went on to say, لِكُلِّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. To every nation we gave them a legislation, meaning Islam, ya Ikhwan. And the methodology is the methodology of Abu Qasim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My dear brothers, I told you tawajjuh, ya Ikhwan. We need guidance. The book of Allah is sitting on the shelf. Maybe some of us plan to read the book of Allah maybe next Ramadan if Allah allows us to do that. Try to incorporate, my dear brothers, at least one page a day, or a few ayat a day, or a few dua a day, or a few hadith, or at least once in the life. If you want to read about what is known as the Sir A'lam and Nubala, the lives of the rich and the famous, rich in deen and famous in deen, start with Al-Mustafa, salawatullahi alayhi salatu taslim, and then you have the Ashab al-Bashareen, and then you have the rest of the Sahaba, and all the great scholars of Islam, ya Ikhwan. Wallahi, if you read some of these biographies of these men that tried to stay on the path, you'll find, ya Ikhwan, that it'll bring solace to your heart. And one of my sheikhs, he always used to say, inshallah ta'ala, we'll end it with this. At-tariq, qabr rafiq. The path before your friends. If your friend gets off the path, call him back. But if he decides to go off the path, ya Ikhwan, you stay thabit upon istiqamah in Islam. I've seen people leave Islam, ya Ikhwan. And we get very happy when someone comes to the front of the masjid and they take the shahada in front of the whole community. But every day people leave Islam and there's no party, there's no internet, there's no people filming somebody leaving Islam, but it's happening every single day, ya Ikhwan. This is a reality that we don't want to discuss. We just take the situation and we put it under the carpet, my dear brothers. So our call today, brothers, is filtration and cultivation in light of the fiqh al-waqiyah. The path, brothers and sisters, is easy for us. Just stay on the path of success that will take you to the balad al-ifrah, to the abode of happiness, which is the Jannah, ya my dear brothers, my dear sisters. Inshallah, we're just going to remind the brothers that this masjid, it needs your support. The dawah, it needs your support. The Muslims in different parts of the world, they need your support. They need your sweat if you can help them. They need your du'as if you can make some time to pray for your brothers. But if you have some finances, brothers, that can help support the dawah, that's always appreciated. May Allah bless all of you brothers and help us all to stay upon the path. Know, brothers, that this path is very long. This sirat, if you stay on it, inshallah ta'ala, you'll pass the sirat in the next life and you'll get to the Jannah. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر وأتوب إليكم. سلام عليكم. إنه غفور رحيم. أقيم الصلاة.